Good evening and welcome to Hornbill TV. This is your anchor, Krizanya Solo. You're now watching Northeast Express. Suspected militants reportedly launched fresh gun attack at an isolated village in Jiribam district on Saturday afternoon around 11:30 a.m. local time. Armed men fire indiscriminate at the low-lying Mongbang Meitei village from nearby hilltops and surrounding thick forest, prompting retaliation from village volunteers in the area. The police report said, adding exchange of fire is currently underway. Quoting villagers, the police officer said several women, children and elderly are being evacuated to safer places. Meanwhile, security forces have been rushed to the control situation. However, no casualties have been reported so far. Mongbang Meitei village, located some 7 km from district headquarters, has seen multiple gun attacks from the armed men since violence broke out in the district in June this year. We will now be joined by our correspondent Mubasir to give us more details and updates on this. Mubasir, hello Mubasir. Yeah, Mubasir, thank you for joining in. First of all, I'd like to ask you what, according to the ground reports, say happened at Mongbang Meitei village. Like, what are the current updates on the situation in Mongbang Meitei village right now?
Unfortunately, the situation, this is keep on repeating, in particularly in Jiribam. Mostly in other part of the state, by and large, it's peaceful for relatively some time at the moment. But in Jiribam, the gun firing and the gunfight as a whole keep on happening. Today, around 11:30 a.m., it was reported that some suspected militants started this firing at Mongbang village, which is some 7 kilometers away from Jiri district headquarters. At the moment, when I take the report just a while ago, the gunfiring has stopped at the moment, as large number of security forces has been rushed to the spot. But particularly in Jiribam, things could escalate anytime. There is no guarantee that it will be peaceful for a long period of time. Yes, back to you.
All right, Mubasir, could you please speak louder? Your voice is distorted.
Okay.
Yeah, so have the security forces managed to control the situation as of now?
As of now, yes. The situation is, the police says the situation is under control at the moment. The gunfiring has also stopped at the moment. However, it is not certain that nobody could say that for how long the peace will be prevailed here at Jiribam, particularly in Jiribam, because mostly in other parts of the state it is relatively calm. The peace has been it is relatively peaceful in most other part of the state. But in Jiribam, particularly since the start of this year, the report of violence are repeatedly coming in. Today itself, the things start around 11:30 a.m. and it continues for a very long time. However, at the moment, the ground reports say the gunfiring has stopped. Yes, back to you.
Okay, Mubasir. So you've just mentioned that it's mostly peaceful. So is this the first time in this specific area that there's been fresh violence?
Unfortunately, it is not the first time. The violence-related incident has been reported repeatedly in this area. Even arson-related incidents has been, reported earlier in this particular area, in this particular village, which is adjoining between both Meiteis and Cookies. Earlier time, some arson-related activities also reported. But however, for a few days, the area was relatively calm. But today itself, it escalated into gun fight. But at the moment, it is calm. Yes, back to you.
All right, Mubasir. So, what is the situation there, considering that reports earlier claimed that a massive militant attack would take place on the 28th and 29th? So, is there any reports linking to the reports and the latest attack?
The major issue is, the regions has become, highly militarized. Militarized in the sense that, armed groups are roaming freely in that area at the moment. So the things could escalate anytime. The gunfiring happened for some time and it continued, but at the moment, security, the large number of central paramilitary forces has been rushed to the spot, and the police said at the moment gunfiring has stopped. But Jiribam has become highly militarized at the moment, so things could escalate anytime. Until and unless a lasting solution, peaceful negotiation or a lasting solution was brought. Yes, back to you.
All right, Mbasi, you just said that armed men are roaming around freely in that vicinity at the moment. So, is it safe to say that we can? Is it expected that the situation will escalate?
Not only in that, not only about that particular area. The Manipur as a state has, has become, highly militarized. Arms men are very active since last year. When this violence broke out in May last year till today, the violence are continuing in one part or other part of the state, in one corner or other part of the state. Jiribam was till last year, Jiribam was relatively very calm. But unfortunately, from this year, the district Jiribam, which is one of the isolated districts in a sense. But for one complete year, the district experienced a relative calmness. However, since the beginning of this year, other part of the state are experiencing a little bit of calmness. However, Jiribam, on the other hand, we see escalations of violence, various forms of violence, arsons, even gunfiring, all sort of violence.
All right, Mubasir, do you think the frequent violence is hindering the actual peacekeeping efforts now that reports seem to constantly point to militants engaging in the violence?
Unfortunately, yes, and there is no, lasting peace in the state till now. The relative peace in most part of the state, but in Jiribam or places like Kautrug, Kadangban, etc. These places, often, reported violence, escalations of violence. And until unless there is a lasting solutions, some kind of peace negotiations between the two sides or some sort of, lasting solution, peace is very difficult at the moment because the enmity between the two communities is very high at the moment, and people are highly armed, the atmosphere is highly charged. Yes, back to you.
Mubasir, so far, what do we know about their motives or the affiliation regarding the situation? The actual ground reality is, people, the two communities are highly antagonistic at the moment, and all sort of, propaganda and all sort of, false narrations are going around in the social media, false news, rumors, all sort of rumors are going around in the social media. There is one particular reason why, the internet was, blacked out for so many days in the state. Recently also, there was complete internet ban in the state. However, looking at the fact that, internet plays such an important part in our life today, state government lifted the internet ban. However, even though the internet ban has lifted, the circulation of, fake news and rumors is very high. So people are insecure and at the same time, both communities has a high levels of, enmity between them. So any small, report or a news could, escalate violence anytime, And so the situation remains critical, particularly in Jiribam and other part of the state. Yes, back to you. Mubasir, so from the time that this attack happened and till now, has there been any casualties so far?
At the moment, you know, at the moment, no report of casualty. What we normally do is, you know, when somebody, you know, was brought to the hospitals or mortuaries, only then we can confirm, you know, so this number of people are, you know, this certain numbers of people are dead or injured. That is how the normal procedure work in Manipur. Because, you know, if we go by the standard of social media, you know, it's very difficult to confirm the number of, you know, dead and number of injured persons. Whenever violence broke out in Manipur, the normal procedure is, you know, we try to contact the police first, and then even police also, you know, they could not give the exact number or figure. So what we normally do is, you know, we wait it outside the hospitals or the mortuaries, and when we you know, get the details from the hospitals, you know, only then we confirm that the certain numbers of people are injured or this certain number of people are dead, etc. So at the moment there is no report. I would say no report of casualty, no report of injury or casualty at the moment. Yes.
All right, Mubasir. So, can you tell us how many residents have been evacuated and what measures are being taken to ensure their safety?
It is a small village. So earlier in the morning, you know, around 10, earlier in the morning, you know, around 11:30, etc. And just after that, I talked to the police persons up there, and they said that, you know, some few people have been affected, have been evacuated to several locations. But it is, you know, just for, you know, just for a temporary basis, you know, they will be moved back to their, you know, original settlement. You know, so it is not like, you know, large scale, you know, that displacement that we have so many times in you know, other occasions. It is not a displacement as such. It was just a, you know, temporary procedure, you know. When the violence escalates in any particular area, normally what the security personnel, you know, operate is, you know, they try to evacuate, or they try to, you know, evacuate the, you know, residents for some time, and once the, you know, violence settled down, you know, once the situation calmed down, they went back to their respective place. So I think with the, you know, coming down of violence, they are already moving back to their homes. But I am not sure. I have to, you know, confirm with the authority out here. Yes.
Yes. Mubasir. So it's really unfortunate that this kind of situations and attacks are happening in our neighboring state. So it must have created a panic situation there among the locals. So what actions are the local authorities taking in response to this incident, and how are they addressing the ongoing security concerns in that area?
Well, not only about that particular area, you know, Manipur access is very charged, highly charged, in a sense that, you know, the violence has been repeatedly happening since, you know, last more than 1 year. It's almost 16 months, you know. It was, you know, break out for the first time in May last year, and it, you know, continue in one part or other part of the state. And the atmosphere is highly charged up. Even, you know, in many places there are still, you know, night curfew being imposed by the authority, and the police send out this, you know, anti-rumor helpline numbers where, you know, whenever they are requesting that whenever people came across some, you know, video or some sensitive content, they normally, you know, ask people to contact the police and, you know, confirm the report first before, you know, streaming it. So the things could not escalate in other part also. So that is the normal procedure being happening in the state for last 16 months. But in spite of the fact that, you know, security, the security apparatus and all the, you know, central paramilitary forces and even the state police forces are, you know, trying so hard to bring down the violence-related incidents. You know, it keep on, you know, repeatedly happening in one place or other. But particularly in Jiribam, for Jiribam, there was no report of violence for almost 1 year, and suddenly it started in this year itself. So that is the situation. Yes, back to you.
Yeah, Mubasir, so since you've just mentioned about Jiribam, given the history of violence in Jiribam district, that it happened since June, what steps are being taken to prevent future attacks and to protect the local communities?
Well, a large number of people have already been evacuated and to safer locations, and the central paramilitary force has been stationing there in large number, and state police force is also there. That is what they have been taken up. Last time when we talked to security advisor Kuldeep Singh also, he said that only for a few companies who have went outside the state for some election duty, etc. All the central paramilitary forces are still being utilized in the state. More than 60,000 troops are being utilized even in a small state like Manipur. However, Manipur government also have a huge police personnel, huge number of police personnel, and with this additional 60,000 central paramilitary forces, it is a huge number in terms of Manipur has only about some 30 lakh population. So and it is a small state. So by the standard we normally see in other part of the country, the violence should have been come down, but unfortunately it failed to come down. So the authorities are saying that they are taking all the measures. However, the situation keeps on repeating. Yes, back to you.
All right, Mubasir. So, are there any other updates or any more information that you'd like to share?
Not at the moment about this particular incident. However, Manipur itself is very charged up due to the fact that there is a total shutdown being called in Kuki-dominated areas like Kangpokpi and Champur, etc. For 2 days, they have declared this 2 days total shutdown. Due to which, when I talked to my correspondents there in Kangpokpi, he said normal life has been badly affected due to this shutdown. Highway has been totally closed down. All the school and colleges are closed down. No business, no economic activities are being allowed to happen today. In the second day, the shutdown was started yesterday and it continues today, and it will continue till midnight. That is the situation in Kuki-dominated area. Even in Delhi also, there is still night curfew in most places. So the strict checking is going on about the movement of vehicles and movements of any suspicious elements. Strict checking has been going on even when we go in and out of the Imphal. So there is a strict mechanism. Barricades everywhere. When you visit the Imphal, you will see a police barricade everywhere. There is a strict mechanism to check the flow of traffic and the flow of any suspicious element. Yes, back to you.
All right, Mubasir, it must be a very tense situation there. Thank you for joining us in giving us the latest updates and information on this matter. So, as the situation continues to unfold in Mongbang Meitei village, authorities remain on high alert, as you've heard, working tirelessly to ensure the safety of residents amid ongoing violence. With security forces now deployed, efforts are focused on stabilizing the area and protecting vulnerable populations, including women, children, and the elderly. We will keep you updated with any further developments in this story as it progresses. For now, our thoughts are with the affected families in Jiribam district. Thank you for joining us.
Marung ta thado na sidai so
tan bidu ka puno
je pero na ti ni ko ka pan mo kon tan gitu
has
boy sakra ka.
Moving on to the next news, we have the planned arrival of Hindu leader Jagat Guru Shankaracharya at Umroi Airport in Meghalaya's Nongpo. has failed after opposition by various civil society groups. The state government and district authorities refused to give permission for the Hindu leader and his group, citing public order concerns. The religious group led by Jagadguru Shankaracharya was planning to hold a rally on 2nd October to ban slaughter of cow and seeking to uplift the status of the cow as mother of the nation. On Saturday, various organizations including KSU, RBYF, FKJGP, HYC and HNYF gathered at the Umroi airport protesting against the Yatra and the arrival of the Hindu leader. Jagadguru and his Yatra have faced stiff opposition from northeast states including Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Meghalaya.
Narumin step ngilawan hangni na lang sa Riboy Federation bangi on api u tu griu ship nyam sa Hindu man landing hangni po airport jong kare Umroi betul se adu mentangin pedi iba landing ni tenang lang jongi ka Riboy Federation inang apa adu mentakin ki kenta pementa ban ngimur ban apa adu sau beje ship so stek man bangin ko pan ala de u ba landing hangni ban rung hangni po jela jongi ban penshit ke bamde ban penshit ban khangru ya kata ka jimbam do masih ini marbah ni jela jungi ke bakam bang maha kadiga do masih te rana uan non pen shit ban ong ban ngin ha mane blay kala nengi ha ong ban nombam ke reli ru ngin pedang kata
Itu bangun kan sedih lam ini di kemnu ka respons su apher na ko jelas ko jerla ndre ni ibun ko persak ni ia po Arunachal Pradesh ko all Arunachal Pradesh students union no kalayang kala khang yung brio bumi ni airport ni benar berber lakadi ni Malaysia publik menen Mizoram tambah lalik phai no menur ko mulik phai no kami gira sebar airport kaba kham sana kalau sarkar Nagaland kaba yang teli melon ka benta ki nok sok snong ki jongka bandam ai lat hire u bo umi na ke airport unwan apo ka jela ka jong apo Nagaland tingir ngai up
as Meghalaya government and district administration is concerned, we have written to Airport Authority of India not to allow landing of person who can lead to potential law and order problem.
But it is said that in fact the Airport Authority of India has not agreed. Is it something like that?
No.
So ultimately he is not landing.
As far as informal
nakaliang kaseng nyo tapi konsol libra ko way lo kaski ko pasdang hadir ni layo tip ya kajingdan jong kini ki kenhun kiba ile ban khang ya kata Jiribam do masih kejongi hapo ni ka jela ban ong ba ka kata ka masih kadika ban pelong ki kum ka kemi kejongki nakaliang kaseng do kasi ban pasdang hi ngila persya ya kadika jing temu ya ka ba nila don ya ka jing ban ya khang persya ang te po selong bat kumju hadu menen kasngi ya ka ba ngila yo jing tip ya ka ba kani kenhun ka tu ban
Heading on to the next news, we have the dead body of a man that was recovered from Saidpur area of Cachar district in Assam on Saturday in mysterious circumstances. The body was found lying on the roadside in Saidpur's Raipara of Sonai constituency. Locals informed the police that who arrived and found the identity of the dead youth from a school bag that he was carrying. The deceased has been identified as Taibur Rahman and is a resident of Kaptanpur. The bag reportedly contained a mosquito net, bed covers and other household essentials. The body has been sent to Silchar Medical College and Hospital for post-mortem. Locals say that they saw the young man sitting on the roadside in the morning, feeling unwell. Police have started their investigation into this case. Acting on the basis of intelligence of the presence of arms and ammunition at the hideouts of the armed miscreants operating in the fringe and vulnerable areas of Hill and Valley district of Manipur, joint team from the state and central forces carried out search operations during the past 24 hours. During the search operation, huge cache of arms, ammunition, explosives and warlike stores have been recovered in different sensitive locations of the state. Joint team of Manipur Police and AR recovered 2 303 bolt action rifles, 1 9mm pistol with magazine, 20 live ammunition rounds, 4 HE-36 hand grenades, 2 detonators, 1 tube launching, 1 rubber bullet, 2 SMK grenade, 1 long-range walkie-talkie set, 1 country-made mortar bomb without cartridge, 1 long-range improvised mortar shell, 1 long-range improvised mortar, 1 BP jacket and 6 miscellaneous items from Loiching Range, Kangpokpi district. In another search operation, the joint team of Manipur Police and AR recovered 4 HE-36 hand grenade, 2 Pompi shell, 3 detonators, 29 empty cases, 1 stun grenade, 1 stinger grenade, 1 tear smoke grenade and 2 radio set with charger from Painom Hill Range, Thubal district. Manipur Police, BSF and CRPF team also recovered 2 Pompi's improvised mortar from Gothal village, Churachandpur district. The seized weapons are warlike stores were handed over to the concerned police stations for further legal action, police report said. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us.